The whole of you is present everywhere you go. You were source energy before you came into these physical bodies, and the larger part of you still is. You are an extension of that, a representation of that, a very important representation of that. And sometimes you are so blended that the whole of you is present in a conversation, in a moment, in a thought, in an idea. Sometimes, in fact, more often than not, in your human form, you do, without meaning to, a fairly extensive job of pinching yourself off from who you really are. Anytime you are feeling any negative emotion, no matter how mild or extreme it is, that negative emotion is the indication of the pinching offedness. So when you realize that you are an extension of source energy, and the better you feel, the more you are allowing the whole of you in the moment, after a little while, that could be a very easy to recognize, and easier than you may know right now, goal to accomplish, because it is not a difficult thing to be fully present. You are a transmitting and receiving mechanism. You are a vibrational interpreter, and your consciousness is about vibration. So when you focus yourself on some subject, on some condition, on some reality, on something that is important to you, as you give your attention to it, you offer a vibration, whether you call it thought or energy or belief. It's all vibration. It's all what you are doing with your focusing mechanism here and now. You got to understand the relationship between the non-physical vibration that is you, that is always vibrating, and you in your physical form. In other words, it's the matching or the mismatching of the vibrational frequencies of these two important perspectives that equal you. If you were really tuned in to who you are, there would be one frequency. It's the frequency of who you are, not a frequency of wanted and belief. When you want something that you doubt, you've got two frequencies going on. And the reason that you have two frequencies going on is because in the moment you identify something as a desire, the larger part of you becomes fixated on that desire. So when the larger part of you is focused upon what you want, but you are in any moment in time focused upon its absence or its unlikelihoodness. So when you get it that you are an extension of source, and that in every moment you have a relationship with that source, then life becomes easier because your guidance becomes clearer. And when your guidance is clear, and we want to be very clear about what that guidance is about. It's not about someone thinking you should do something different or that you should be something different. It's about you having defined who you want to be, and the guidance within you just helping you to feel the path of most allowance, which is the same thing as the path of least resistance to that. The source within you is just holding that frequency steady so that you can feel your way to it. The source within you knows who you have become and knows everything that you desire, and also knows your physical proximity to it. But even more important than your physical proximity to it, we want you to focus upon your vibrational proximity to it, because until you get your vibrational proximity sorted out, you cannot physically realize the things that you want. If you want something that you doubt, your vibrational proximity is all out of whack because you are emitting a signal that keeps you from realizing where what you want is. The universe is not hearing your words. The universe is responding to your vibration. An easy way to understand that is the universe isn't listening to what you say you want. The universe is responding to your vibrational practice about it. So if you really want something, but you really doubt it, and the dominant vibration within you is, it's not working, and I don't know how to make it work, and the feeling within you is one of being lost about it, the universe cannot deliver to you a path that's going to be an easy path to it, because you've got a frequency going on that is making it not possible for you to realize the path. You create your perception of reality. You create your perspective of reality. You create your vibrational ability to see reality. You realize reality based upon what you are doing vibrationally. based upon what you are doing vibrationally. Your perspective is uniquely yours. And if you could give up your determination to explain yourself in different ways to get other people to see it the way you see it, oh, life would begin being sweet for you right now. If you could just accept that everybody gets to create their version of reality and that you will waste your life in trying to get them to accept your version. You can live in the same community and have two very different lives. And what most of you say is, of course his perspective is different than mine. That guy inherited money from his daddy, and I didn't. Of course we have different perspectives. That person was born da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. As you try to explain why you are not all living the same, you miss the only point that matters. You have different perceptions of reality over which you have complete control, whether you want it or not. You also, without meaning to, practice the vibrational frequency of the very things that you put in the bad piles. And then, because it's part of your vibration, it prevents you from discovering the good piles because your vibration's all wrapped up in what's in the bad piles. Then you look to something outside of you to make the difference. You look for someone else. Please change this condition. There is a condition in my reality that I see that I don't like. And when I look at that condition, I feel bad. And I don't want to feel bad. That's the first thing you knew about yourself. You don't like feeling bad. So when you're looking at a condition and you feel bad and you associate feeling bad with that condition, then of course it's logical, we get it. But you are not the boss of those conditions. You are not the creator of someone else's reality. You cannot control the conditions. You are the creator of your own reality. But you can't look at unwanted and be a vibrational match to wanted. So you're never able to accomplish that. That's what makes you want to define things and explain things. But we want you to understand that what unconditional love is, we're going to make it easier for you. Unconditional love, unconditional clarity, unconditional appreciation, unconditional alignment, because love and appreciation and clarity and eagerness and all of those words that describe good feeling, they all mean alignment with source, and that's what love is. Alignment, pure alignment, non-resistance. So unconditional love or clarity is about being in love or clarity. It is also the process by which to accomplish it, all in the sentence. Unconditional love means love. Do you know what it means? Can you feel what it means? It means withdrawing your attention from the condition that prevents the love. Unconditional love means the conditions. There are conditions that you love and there are conditions that you don't love, but there are conditions everywhere. And we say, you just can't look at that stuff without the opinion of your source about it rising in a vibrational frequency that will let you know where you are in relationship with it, you see. So unconditional love means you got to decide that first and foremost you want to be in alignment, and if it requires withdrawing your attention from conditions that don't allow your alignment, then so be it. That's what unconditional love is. It's caring more about love than about perusing the conditions. It's about caring more about alignment or love, appreciation, clarity, than being right. Oh. That's hard to take, isn't it? Felt a lot better before that happened. If this condition were different than it is, then I would feel better. Maybe so. But if your feeling better is contingent upon that condition changing right before your eyes, you're in deep doo-doo. Because there is a momentum to all things. Things don't just happen. There is a momentum about them. Law of attraction and momentum are the same word. Law of attraction says that which is likened to itself is drawn. So when you give your attention to something, you activate a vibration within you about it, and things like that then are coming to you. And once you cross the 17-second mark, you've got some momentum going. Once you are 17 seconds, and you cross the 68-second mark, you've got enough momentum going that without a conscious decision about it, it's going to take off for a little while until you sleep. And the nice thing about sleeping is when you sleep, momentum stops. You can pick it right up, and usually do the next day, but you don't have to. We want to teach you to control your alignment with your broader perspective, because that's where your happiness is. The success that you're seeking is alignment. But then we have to say to you that once you consistently find that alignment, the conditions of your life will meld and mold and become vibrational matches to the frequency that you are predominantly offering. So you will change the conditions, but we want to say to you, you can't let the changing of conditions be the motive for the reason that you are finding alignment, because if the changing of a condition is the motive behind finding the vibrational alignment, now your attention is upon the condition and you cannot get there from there. You cannot get there from there. Then you step into what you call tolerance. You just put up with it. You fool yourself. You kid yourself. You use words. You get a smile on your face and you say happy sounding things while you are emitting a vibration that is different from that. That doesn't work out very well, does it? So if you are feeling uncomfortable about something, you have some refocusing to do in order to bring the discomfort into comfort. And as you begin to discover that you have the ability to bring yourself into that comfortable alignment, oh, then so many things that you've been wanting will flow into your experience. Now, we want you to understand that to you, it's a future version of a reality that you are looking for. But to us, it's an existing reality that you've already carved out that does exist. Can you hear the difference in that? When you want more money, you become vibrationally more prosperous. And even though you doubt it and you don't let it flow into your experience, you have become a more vibrationally prosperous being. The vibrational version is unconditional. If you want money and you're complaining about not having enough, your money is not going to come out of the vortex into your bank account, because there is too much vibrational discord going on with you. So over time, we've been explaining lots of different ways. You got to find the feeling of the money. And you say to us, and we understand, how can I find the feeling of something that isn't? And we say, but you see, you've trained yourself so conditionally. You have been such responders to conditions that you don't realize that you could respond to a vibration and create a condition. You did not come to face reality. You came to create reality. But you can't create a new reality while you've got your undivided attention upon the reality that exists. If you let what is be the reason that you offer the vibration that you offer, it's just going to keep repeating itself. Different places, different faces. Same scenario over and over and over and over again. You don't need our word for that. You know it. You've been living it, haven't you? Different places, different faces, but not much shifting. If you just keep looking at what is and talking about what is and joining groups that also are agreeing about what is, you're only going to continue to perpetuate what is. And a lot of what is pretty sweet, isn't it? There's a lot of what is that you want to continue. There's a lot of what is that is good as it is and is getting better all the time. There is a lot of what is that is really the way you want it to be. But there is some of what is that is not the way you want it to be. And those things, you've got to get your attention off of the what isness of them and onto the vibrational essence of what you are seeking. If this condition could change to one I prefer, I would feel like this. I would feel better. I would feel happier. I would feel better. You want it because you think you would feel better if you had it? So it would be more fun. Be more fun. I'd feel more clear. I would feel more proud. I would feel more sure. I would feel love. I would feel better. I would feel so good. I would feel exhilarated. I would feel lighthearted. I'd feel that being on vacation feeling. I would feel ease. I would feel sure. I would feel loved. I would feel love. I would feel loved. I would feel loved. I would feel loved. I would feel blessed. I would feel so happy. I would feel glad. Unconditional alignment. Are you following? It sounds so simple, it sounds silly. But if you want to feel happy, you've got to figure out how to withdraw your attention from conditions that you cannot change. And even before that, it would be very helpful if you would accept that you cannot change any condition other than the way you feel. But it is that easy. You just have to decide that you want to feel good and stop thinking about things that keep you from feeling good. Happiness is your natural state and would be your state if you weren't thinking thoughts that introduce contradictory energy that keep you from being where the source within you is. Can you feel how it just all exists for you to bounce from? And can you feel that you kind of want to give your attention to where you're bouncing to rather than what you're bouncing from? And do you realize that if all of your attention, or even most of it, is on what you're bouncing from, you don't bounce to anything different. You just keep recreating what is.